Hi, we're going to talk today about Democratic primaries that show real problems for Barack Obama. Welcome to the Lunch Alert. Hope you have a nice lunch. There were primaries last week in Arkansas, Kentucky, and the week before that in West Virginia. And there were local primaries that were important, but in each case, of course, the Democrats had a primary to choose their convention delegates. And Obama was on the ballot in all three states. Okay, you'd think he'd get 85% of the vote. He didn't. He got 58% of the vote in Arkansas and in Kentucky, and 59% of the vote in West Virginia. Now, in West Virginia, his opponent was a guy serving time in a Texas penitentiary. In Arkansas, it was a flaky, way over right activist. And in Kentucky, it was a guy named Uncommitted. He had to vote for an uncommitted slate of delegates against Obama. So 40% plus of the Democratic primary electorate, voted against Obama in his own primary. That is really something. Just to give you an order of magnitude for that, in 1968, President Lyndon Johnson was seeking re-election, and there was a flaky left-wing candidate, Eugene McCarthy, who got himself on the ballot. And Johnson got 58% of the vote. McCarthy got only 42%. But McCarthy's showing was so extraordinary, so amazing, that Johnson dropped out of the race 2 weeks later because of McCarthy's strong showing in New Hampshire. And Kennedy got into the race because of that. So 42% showing in your own primary for an incumbent president is enormous. Now, a lot of people say, hey, he's not going to carry Arkansas or Kentucky or West Virginia. Although, bear in mind that Clinton carried Arkansas both times and Kentucky both times. And I believe he carried West Virginia one of the times. So those aren't solid Republican states. But still, people say Obama's not going to carry those states. But okay, these are Democrats. He certainly is going to carry the Democrats, and he needs to carry them with a humongous turnout. His entire strategy is based on the idea that he's going to get 110% of the Democratic vote. That's a full turnout plus voter fraud. And his entire approach is that he's going to win because he'll generate an enormous turnout. Well, this doesn't augur well for him. If forget turnout, he can't muster more than 58% of his own party. Really, very serious negative sign for Obama. Thanks a lot for watching. And by the way, pick up a copy of our new book, Screwed, number 3 on the New York Times list. And it lays out all of these treaties that Obama is pushing through in the final days of his presidency. Happy Memorial Day, and real tribute to our soldiers and sailors who've fought and gave their lives and in many cases been horribly wounded. Thank you.